Hey, welcome to the Educated Affiliate. My name is Damo, and I am back talking about gurus and taking them with a grain of salt. Now, I'm not here to bash on gurus. I'm just going to sort of give you the straight story of what I've experienced. You can take it as you see it. So let's just jump right into it. So, a guru is a guru is a guru. You know, some of them are great, some of them are okay, some of them kind of suck. But none of them are 100% duplicatable. And that's what we're going to talk about because it is so key to understand that there's a ton of value in what these gurus teach, except if you can't take it and use it. You can't duplicate it. So if you can't duplicate it, then really it doesn't have much value. And let me give you sort of an example. Steph Curry's a guru, okay? Take all the greats. You take Guru Curry. You take Joe Montana, Barry Bonds. You tell him I'm a Bay Area fan. Elon Musk, who I actually worked for. I worked at Tesla for 2.5 years. Good guy, incredible guy actually. Steve Jobs. They're not duplicatable. You're not going to do in sports and in business what these men have done. So if they were to build a course, Curry on shooting, Montana on throwing, Bonds on hitting home runs, Musk Jobs on building multiple multi-billion public companies, you're not going to take that information and run with it. Now, it's a bit of an extreme example, but I think you get my point. Gurus are no different. So you got Russell Brunson, amazing guy, built an amazing business, and now is doing all kinds. He's an incredible marketer, but he spent years learning and growing and testing. Anthony Morrison, same thing, great guy. I learned a lot from him. Matt Diggity, I've never learned from, but this guy is just sharp, superstar. And they have built multi-million-dollar businesses. They're all multi-millionaires. Maybe some of them approaching billionaires, but they're not 100% duplicatable. And there's a small percentage of people who will take their stuff and be able to implement it and do something with it, but most of us won't. Most of us won't. And I'm not saying they're certainly not frauds. They're incredible guys, and there's women out there too, of course. And their information is good information. It's incredible information. It's just, it's Steph Curry teaching you how to shoot a three-pointer. Are you going to the NBA if you learn that information? That's my point. So I'm going to give you an example. I joined Online Academy back probably about a year ago today. And it was run by a guy named Matt Graham, who's this guy here, and a guy named Cameron George, who's this guy here. Okay, both of them. This guy's a multimillionaire, I'm pretty sure. Matt, this is really Matt's company. He's the guy behind this. Okay, they offered sort of what I've always thought. Why don't these gurus build something and let people jump on and piggyback with them and joint venture with them until they learn, so they earn as they learn kind of thing, right? But they offered a JV ad campaign. It's sort of a half step towards Clickly, because Clickly is absolutely a process opportunity. We give you all the stuff. All you have to do is run the program. It's basically it. There's no testing, no skill involved. And what happened is you would buy into their ad campaign. They would take your advertisement dollars. They would sell a bunch of affiliate programs, and they would guarantee the ad campaign money. So you would get into it and get your ad campaign, be guaranteed what you spent, and then hopefully a little profit. Well, first few months kicked butt. I was making like $2,000 a week or a month, because you can do one campaign a month. And then it went down to $1,000, but that lasted for like 8. I made about $9,000 there. And then it went down to like 400, and I thought, this is getting a little scary. Maybe I don't run another campaign. But I had one more in there, and I was hoping that everything would go well. And sure enough, they went belly up. And so they've got that money of mine, which is a large chunk, and that was supposed to be guaranteed. I was supposed to get that back. Now, the money I spent on the course, which I don't think was worth it, that I understand. I spent money on the course. That's the course I paid for. But the guaranteed money it's illegal. It's fraud. And so Matt and Cameron basically stole my money. and a lot of others. This is a lot of people that have been involved. Look, this is just 2 days ago, right? 8 days ago. They said they would get back to us by 9/5. They didn't. They won't answer any emails anymore. They used to answer every in an hour. You know, they used to answer all the time my emails. This person lost 8,000, 11,000, 20,000, 12,000, 8,000. Now these are gurus, and I'm not saying this guy's a bad guy. I've talked to him a couple times. He's a family man. He's a good guy. He just bit off more than he can chew. And the fraudulent part and the illegal part is he took a lot of people money and he guaranteed their money back, and he can't pay it back. I mean, it's almost a Ponzi scheme. It's not much different than Madoff, really, you know. And so this is what I mean. You got to take gurus with a grain of salt, even ones that are trying to do something especially good for you. Like I said, I was one of the lucky ones. I got out with most of my money, and I got a great learning experience from something that's like that. So, you know, luckily. But Clickly is it's the adverse idea of that. And what I mean is, you know, when I'm talking about taking all these gurus with a grain of salt, what I mean is that you can learn from them, but to do what they do, you're going to have to spend a lot of money, and you're going to have to spend a lot of time, and you're going to have to develop an incredible skill to be as successful as them. Unfortunately, we see all these ads that say, you know, I can do this, I can do that, including, you know, what I've done. I mean, when it comes to Clickly, I show my commissions, and people think, oh, I'm going to get in and make $1,700, $1,500 a week. No, you're not. You know, but the difference is, the only difference between you and me with Clickly is time. It's not skill. It's not, you know, having the proper education. It's not having the huge investment dollars. It is to an extent, but it just means how fast you grow. Everybody can do what I do, and everyone else in Clickly. So the thing is also is when you start, it's $97 to start. It's not going to break you, okay? And you make money right out of the gate, because there's no buying, there's only clicking. So the way we make money is we send out emails, people click on them, we get paid 10 cents per click. And we piggyback on a guru's email list that has multi-millions of people in it. Anyone can duplicate this system. That's the key thing. I think I went back one here. Anyone can duplicate this system. The reason is because it is a point-and-click system. You don't have to learn funnels. You don't have to learn creatives, building ad creatives in Facebook and testing them. You don't have to learn to write copy. We provide the copy for you. None of that stuff has to be done. You're just simply pointing and clicking, and you grow at your own pace. So here's my pace. I get up every morning and I look at this number. Now, this was my earnings yesterday, $209. I'm averaging about $227 for the month of September. These are my weekly checks, okay? And they are always paid on time, and they are delivered directly to my bank, and there are no refunds. There's no one that's going to come back and say, oh, no, you're losing $500 this month. No, it doesn't work that way. So it's been tremendous in terms of consistent revenue all the way through. Now, my daughter, to use her as a case study, basically, we just started a little over a month ago. 22 months ago, she saw my first revenue I created from this software, from this system, at $7. And we laughed. We both laughed. We said, yeah, man, I'm on my way. Little did I know, 22 months later, after that, I'm starting to make $1,500 a week. So when I showed her that, and she's watched my whole journey, she decided, yeah, maybe I should jump into this thing, you know? But what she's doing is she's treating it like a long-term business, okay, and a revenue generator. So she's not taking this and thinking, oh, I'm going to make $1,500 a week in 2 weeks from now or whatever. She's saying, look, I'm 30-something years old. 10 years from now, I can create a nice little income for myself, maybe walk away from my job, have money to go on vacations, do whatever. But it's going to be easy, and it's going to be consistent, and I'm not going to be out a big amount of money. I'm going to take that money I make. She's going to make her first payout within the first month. It took me 12 weeks. And she's going to reinvest that revenue and grow her business. That's how this business works. But so many people see that 10 cents per click is going, oh my God, I'll never make any money, because all these gurus say, oh, no problem. You can make millions of dollars just by set up a funnel. That's all you got to do. Set up a funnel. Test it a few times, man. No problem. It's a bunch of BS. It works, but it's a lot of hard work and a lot of money that needs to be invested in. So if I told you, though, that, if you use this formula, I just showed you in 20 months, you'll have income over 1,000 a week. Would you do it? I mean, that's what she's looking at now. She's like, okay, in 2 years, I'm going to have a nice little income, and I'll do whatever I want with that. Maybe, help put my daughter through college, or certainly go on all her trips, her softball away games, all that kind of stuff. And the thing is if it fails somehow, if something goes wrong, which anything could go wrong, a lot of people understand that, you're not going to be out of a lot of money. You are not going to be these guys. 12,000, 8,000, 20,000. You are not going to be that. You'll either make a few bucks or you break even, whatever. So no harm, no foul. It's a very slow, steady income. And that's what it's all about. So talk about a steady income. It's the most steady business I've ever tried. Okay. It's a process. It's not a skill business. You basically go in, you set up your emails, you click and send them off. They write the copy for you. People click, you make 10 cents. It's that simple. Now you can go in there and you can send your own products. It's your list, so you can send your own products. You can send CPA offers, whatever. But commissions are paid every week, and there's no refunds if you use the 10-cent click. So there's multiple ways to make money. I've only used the 10-cent click. So when you go to my commissions here, you can see $209.80 is what I made, all of it from the 10-cent click, 2098, 10-cent click. No referral commissions. Now I make referral commissions. You can see them here. I have about 20 people underneath me. I coach them. I work hard with them. I get on Zoom calls with them all the time. I answer phone calls. I'm a damn good coach. And if you click down below and join the free trial and then get in under me, you'll have me as your coach. But you can see here, it's about 10% of my income. So 90% of my revenue is generated from the 10-cent clicks. So please stop listening to these people that say you can't make money with 10-cent clicks. You can't. So the income, it could stop, but I doubt it. In April, I've got a video here that actually I think I'll link to up in the right-hand corner that said I'm making $130 a day. That was in April this year, 5 months ago. Now I'm making $209 a day. I don't think it's going to stop because I'm not stopped building my list. I'm growing it. I'm growing it. I'm growing it. People keep clicking. They're going to click forever. For the gurus, I love the gurus. They keep telling people they can make millions of dollars all over the place, so people click. Good for me, good for them. If they can learn how to do that, that's awesome. And what we have is not a guru. We have Bobby. Bobby Jones is a 28-year veteran of the email marketing industry. He built the system for his kids. Told his kids, if you go to college, I'll put you into the business yourself. And he took away all the hard parts of the business, having to build the creatives, having to write the copy, having to do the ads, having to build the funnels, having to do all the testing, having to spend all the money you have to do alongside all of those skills in order to develop a list. He cut all that out and said, piggyback on my list. I'll do all the hard building because I got it down. I've been doing it for 28 years. I can build a 1 million subscriber list in a month, and I'll let you piggyback off it. In the same sense, I run a solo ad company, so I'm going to run all my solo ads through all my people who broker this business for me, and I'm going to pay you a percentage of the clicks. That's how it works, and it works real well. Okay, so not all gurus are bad. I wanted to give you that example of Online Academy because it's a bummer. A lot of people got hurt by it, but it's funny. I don't hold what they did was wrong, and the fact that they've hurt a lot of people's, bank books is just wrong. And that's another thing about the gurus. They know they're just dealing with individuals. And so they can screw all these people, and most likely they're not going to see any recompense because someone like you or me is going to have the ability to find them, to sue them. No one's going to be in it. So, who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. But I don't think they're bad people. I just think that they're, they're kind of arrogant. the way they talk on there about how great they are and how they're multimillionaires and how, well, if you just work like I worked, you could do this, right? And then they go out and screw everybody. That's a bummer. So what they teach is actually doable because they've done it. I think Matt bit off more than he can chew, trying to help others do it in that sense. But only a small percentage of folks who have the skill or who can learn it, have the investment dollars to initiate and grow and sustain it, and the dedication to stick to it can probably do it. You know, that's them. But with Clickly, we simply need the dedication. You know, I've been mailing for 668 days straight. Never missed a mailing day. It took me about 10 minutes in the beginning. It takes me about 45 minutes a day right now. I make $209 a day. Probably that will grow in the next 6 months to over $300 a day. That's a nice income. That's a nice income. And for all you people to say, how much do you spend? I make plenty of profit. I'm completely profitable. I make plenty of profit each month. It pays for my bills, pays for my life, and I'm just going to continue to grow it. I've only been in this thing 22 months. Think about what it's going to be like when I'm in 2 years. 5 years, and I've got 5 million subscribers. You know, it's going to be nice. You know, if you extrapolate that out, that's probably $800 a month. $800 a day, $1,000 a day in about 5 years. It'll probably come quicker than that. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. You know, I wanted to make this video about taking gurus with a grain of salt and understanding that, yes, they are amazing people and they have great things to teach. But what they teach is not always duplicatable. You have to know you're that type of person to do it. And Clickly offers you a duplicatable situation that you can start slow, have some patience, persistence, and grow it. Okay, I'm going to show you this. I keep showing people. I send texts to my group of people that haven't joined yet. Last one I sent was making about $130 a day. Now I'm going to send them one that says I'm making $200 a day. They still won't get in. I don't know what to do with those people. My daughter's going to be a perfect case study, but you can get in right now. Right below is a free link, a link to get your free trial. You get started, start sending it. You book a Zoom call with me. I'll get on and show you how it's done. I do those all the time. And then you just stay consistent and mail and slowly, incrementally grow your business. And it works. It works like a frickin' charm. Okay? All right, you guys, thanks so much. I'm going to get into probably talking about Social Security and what goes on with how this revenue continues to grow and can double and triple your Social Security. You know, I'm 59 years old, so I work with a lot of people that are around my age. Younger kids don't understand that yet, and I get that. But they should, you know, because this economy in this country is getting worse and worse and worse, and more federal regulation, more controls. You know, you're really going to have to do it on your own. You can't rely on anything else. So Clickly's a great vehicle. So I hope to see you soon. You got any comments, just leave them in the bottom. I always get back to you. Thanks. Bye.